Hi, I'm Mr. C from Mr. C Read to Me. Today's reading is something that's been sent in to me at our email address, mrcreadtome@gmail.com, and it's from Rebecca. And Rebecca has sent this in, and I'm not sure what age Rebecca is, but it says that she wrote a book when she was 19, or wrote a story. It was called The Big Bread Bake Off. It's about a medieval town that bakes an enormous loaf of bread to feed the whole village. I thought about creating a little boy as a character, she says, who could be the leader of all the happenings in this book. A boy who could be used again in subsequent books. Don't know if the subsequent ones happen. Let's see. It talks about how a simple loaf of bread is made and all the steps that happen beforehand. In keeping with this theory, the book has 7 steps to make a loaf, and I imagine each of these steps to have a picture illustrating the text. I do note that Rebecca hasn't got any pictures here, and I'm thinking that if anybody out there wanted to illustrate this in their time and send that forward, I'm sure that Rebecca would be absolutely thrilled. In writing the book, I imagine it being set around the Dark Ages with great castles and villages in the background. Many people pulling together to get the job done, using a different, wacky, unusual, gigantic invention for each step of the 7 processes to carry out the huge task. Are you ready? The Big Bread Bake Off. 7 days in the baking, 7 days not one more. 7 days until the making, for the rich man and the poor. Sow the seeds near the tower, sow the seeds for the grain. Sow the seeds to make flour, for tonight I predict rain. Grind the grain to make flour, grind the grain very fine. Grind the grain within the hour. Quick, we're running out of time. Knead the dough with some water, knead the dough with the yeast, knead the dough with the honey. When we're done, we'll have a feast. Let it rise, said the baker. Let it rise, prayed the priest. Let it rise, whoops, let it rise, said the princess. For tonight we shall have peace. Set the logs on the fire, set the logs, wait your turn. Set the logs in the oven, then step back or you'll be burned. Take the bread from the oven, take the bread from the heat. Take the bread from the hot box. When it's cooled, then we can eat. Cut the loaf into slices. Cut the loaf, butter too. Cut the loaf, it tastes nicest when I'm sharing it with you. So, as I said, that was written by Rebecca when she was 19. She hasn't illustrated it, but I'm sure she'd love to have someone maybe do some drawings and some illustrations to go with this story. And if you do that, or you want to write a story for me to read out to you, please make sure that you send it to mrcreadtome@gmail.com. And today, my film producer and filmer is my 10-year-old son, Cooper. So shout out to you, Coops, thank you. And to everybody else, please stay well and send me your stories. Thanks.